Hey Ray, how you doing? I was in the shop here sanding some stuff down, so I figured, what the hell? I'll hit the live button, see what everyone's got going on. Let me know if you can hear me okay. I don't do lives very much, so I have no idea if I selected the microphone right. What you been up to, Ray? I caught your video earlier. Love the sign that you're doing, and agree with you. The gray was definitely the way to go. It definitely stood out the most. That was pretty cool looking. I like it. Yeah, no worries. It looked pretty cool. Are you putting that? Are you putting that up in your shop for doing videos? Hey, Mike, how you doing? I'm so you guys know I've got one of my old mallets. I made this a long time ago, and I'm sanding it down. I'm probably going to trim it a bit because it's been pretty used. So I'm just kind of sanding it smooth a little bit. That's why I figured I'd hop on here while I'm in here. That's awesome, Ray. That's cool. I'm doing good, Mike. Thanks. It's actually it's really nice to it's nice to be back. I've been kind of out of the YouTube scene for a few months with everything that's been going on between fixing the shop up and my wife and I building a like 20-foot by 12-foot garden in our yard, a vegetable garden. But finally got the shop fixed up to the point that I am back and I can start doing building projects and all that sort of stuff. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. It was a big job uh, doing this garage because it was all insulation and vapor barrier and it was all in the ceiling. So overhead work, it's always more tiring. But previous owners of this place, they had a lot of electrical and pipes running everywhere and all kinds of stuff. So it took a lot of prep. So it was like 2 months down in the shop here. So finally got back in this week. Then I'm on vacation and got it all fixed up and got all the tools polished up and good to go. So I'm looking forward to it. Thanks very much, Ray. That's awesome. Yeah, my wife was pretty happy with she was pretty happy with that garden bed. It actually turned out really, really good. And I got a really good deal on the lumber. I mean, unfortunately, it's pine. I'm not a huge fan of pine for garden boxes and areas where it's going to be exposed to moisture because we all know how well pine is going to last. But figure I'll get maybe 2, 3 years out of it. Hopefully, by that time, cedar comes down, and then I'll redo it. That's kind of my game plan. That's funny. Yeah, that's funny, Mike. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked. This shop, including a lot of the newer, I should say newer tools that I have in here, just gone untouched for like 3 months. It's been crazy. I mean, I did buy a brand new wood lathe, and I barely used it. But what I will be doing is I actually had a 6 foot length of spalted maple, and I've been holding it onto it for probably about a year and a half or so. So I finally decided today to cut it up into squares and glue it all up. And I've actually got it sitting on the wood lathe, all prepped and ready to be spun right now. So I am super excited about that. I might even do a live actually for what I'm going to do with the lathe, and I'll maybe do that tomorrow, maybe Sunday. Not 100% sure yet. but I'm going to be able to get about roughly 3.5 inch diameter out of it. And so I'm thinking I might do some coasters or something like that, just because I don't want to lose the texture of the spalting, right? The look of it, which I absolutely love, and I'll lose that if I hollow a lot of it out. So we'll see how it goes. That's awesome, Mike. So you gotta build the tailstock. You're talking about this tailstock on the actual leg. You're not talking about an extension, right? You're talking about the actual tailstock on the back end that you got to build. Oh, you're building the lathe yourself. That's impressive. I mean, you can do it as long as you got a center point at this side and this side. Hell, you could hook up a powerful electric drill and you could do it. I've seen a lot of people actually do that when they want to spin doweling and whatnot using jigs on a table saw. But to be honest with you, that completely scares the hell out of me. So I don't even try that one. Making it from a variable speed treadmill. That's awesome. That's really, really cool. You know, one thing a while ago, I was going to build one of my own tools also. I just haven't had the time to get to it. Um, but I bought I think it was a 7/16 aluminum rod and some pillow bearings. And I was going to build my own drum sander using an old Metabo hammer drill that I have that I never use anymore because I've got a cordless one. And so I just haven't got to it yet, but I got the pillow bearings, I've got the aluminum rod, and it's just a matter of using a hole saw to actually cut out the discs and glue them together. So that's something I'm looking forward to trying. Hey, other Mike, what's going on? How you doing, buddy? So Mike, 2.5 horsepower motor. 2.5 horse. Wow, that's going to be a powerful lathe. I mean, one I got's only 3/4. Some of your big ones are 1 or 1.5 horse. The 2.5 horsepower, man, that's huge. That's awesome. I did that on purpose, Mike. Oh, that's funny, man. That's funny. Hey, Mike, believe it or not, this is only the second time I've done a live. So it took me like 10 or 15 minutes of sitting here trying to figure out all the different buttons that I had to click in order just to hit to go live. It was actually pretty funny. If my kid was out here, he'd be probably shaking his head in disappointment at me because I'm not as good as at technology as he is. uh, oh, it's too funny. You guys are down in the States. Happy 4th of July to you guys. I mean, I'm up in Canada. We celebrate on July 1st, but hell, I'm right there with you celebrating July 4th anyway. So what the hell? Mike, your kids can design in CAD? Really? I mean, mine can too. Actually, my 11-year-old, he took a what is it, computer programming course in elementary. He's only in like grade 6, going into grade 7, and the kid flew through it and aced it. And it was something to do with JavaScript. Now, I know JavaScript. I've seen it on computers. I have absolutely no idea what it is or how it works, but apparently he does, and he can program it all. So it's pretty funny. Hey, what's going on, Ryan? How are you, man? Tinkercad. That's an interesting one. That's cool. Yeah, I wish. You know what? I say I wish I could do that stuff. Honestly, I have no interest in doing that stuff. I like the hands-on stuff. I mean, I can do little things with computers here and there, but if I could stay away from it, that's what I prefer to do. Oh, that's funny. Mike, that's cool. So they can send you STLs for the 3D printers. Now, I'm going to pretend that I know what STLs are, uh, but in all reality, I have absolutely no clue. I'm just assuming that's the 3D file that you need to run 3D prints. I have no idea. But that's still pretty cool that they're able to do that. That's awesome. Love it. Okay, G code for a CNC. Don't they use I thought it was G code on the 3D printer too. My son's got a 3D printer, and I'm it's a Creality, and I think I've seen him reference G code before. So that's why I like laser engravers, because with a laser engraver, I can just import a JPEG image and drop it in there and trace it and cut it. It's so much easier. I don't have to worry about coding files or anything. That's what I love about it. Ah, fair enough. Tool pass. Got you, Mike. Gotcha. Fair enough. That's still pretty cool that they have the ability to do that, though. That's pretty sweet. Ah, good stuff. So as I'm finishing down this, refinishing this old mallet that I made quite a long time ago, and debating on actually whether or not to just rebuild it. I mean, she's bloody solid and it's heavy. So it's cherry down the center, and then this is all curly maple on the outsides, but she's hard as a rock. Made this other one, and I only got the handle curved because that's kind of how the piece of wood was. And she's not bad. Put the handle right through with a little walnut slip in there to hold her tight. But I'm thinking about this one here. I don't know if I'm actually gonna. I might actually just do another one, just because honestly, mallets are fun to build. I enjoy building these things, and if I can build my own tool instead of buy it, man, that's even better. You suck at it, Mike. All right. Well, I'm right there with you, buddy. I'm right there with you. I'm not good at it either. My son will come up to me on the 3D printer, and he'll want to print a file, and it's got to go through some sort of slicer. And so I figured that out, how to get the file in. I didn't figure out how to get the file out and onto a SD card that he needs. But he figured that stuff out. So I'm cool with that. Thanks for popping in, Ray. Appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow on the live for sure. Uh, Mike, you neglected the lighting. So you got some more LEDs. That's awesome. That's all I run in my shop. Like I've got really good lighting in here, but I've got what 2, 4, 6, 8. I've got 10 4-foot LEDs running in here that are they're all daisy chained plugged into each other, and they light this place up pretty damn good. So I've been really fortunate, like doing all the videos and everything that I've done in here. I've never had to worry about artificial lighting, except for the hat. But whatever holds my microphone. That's all that matters. But at least you got some more lights. That's good. Mike, you made a short inspired by Mike and Ryan. That's awesome. I'm gonna go have to check that out. If that's inspired by them and their shenanigans, then I have absolutely no idea what that thing could be about, but it could be anything. So I gotta go and check that one out. That'll be funny. I'm actually I'm gonna put that in here now. And Mike, you got it posted already? Mike, I just subbed to your channel too, but I'll have a look at it afterwards and see what that short's about. Michael Wilson. Oh wow, there's another Mike in here now. That makes 3. So 10 in your shop plus 2 UFO lights and your film lights. That's cool. So the UFO lights, are they the ones that screw into the outlet and it's got like all the fins coming off of it with the LEDs? I had my neighbor come over the other day, told me I should put some of those in here, but I turned the lights on and then I said to him, why? I've got so much lighting here. It's actually not too bad. Except for over my garage door over there. It's a little dark, but it's only a miter saw over there, which has a light a shadow line on it, so not too worried about it. Mike, you covered your walls with shit, so you've lost the effect. So the white walls are no longer white because they're covered with everything else. It's funny if so I just put a shop like a kind of a shop update tour today, and one of the walls in my shop I painted it black uh, just because I had some black. I wanted to see how it looked, and it actually looked really freaking good. So I'm thinking that because the white shows everything, the white shows the sawdust, it shows absolutely everything. And I might actually take all that black paint and kind of adapt it to all the walls in here. And then when I finally put the board up on the ceiling, on the strap in there, I'll probably paint it white, but I'm not 100% sure yet. I also got to put a new door on my shop that I'm going to build in here, but that's for another day. Need to start using your personality. That's awesome. Hey, Mike, thanks. Thanks so much for dropping in, buddy. That's awesome. Even though the kids are awake, appreciate it, man. Sounds good, Mike. You have to check that video out. Let me know what you think. I didn't do a full shop tour because I did one last year, and so I put a link to last year's shop video in there because a lot of the stuff is the same. A lot of the stuff I haven't changed, but I got some new additions for tools and whatnot in here also. I kind of showed some of that stuff and, as well as talked about the reason, why I've been off of YouTube for almost 3 months. And it's primarily because of this bloody ceiling up here. So, but she's done now. So that's good. Now it's a matter of getting back into it, get some more of these projects started. Yeah, definitely goals. That's for sure. So Fleetwood Shop. So Fleetwood, is that another channel? I haven't heard of that one. I know, right, Ryan? The damn bloody ceiling. It just peeved me off because so when these guys actually insulated the ceiling here, so when they did the garage, they got the roof trusses going down with the cross ties going across. And what they did, this place was built back in the 70s, is they put an R10 insulation right up against the underside of the sheeting with the paper backing on it, and then nailed the paper backing to the inner part of the 2x4 trusses. And the problem with that is they ran that insulation all the way down and they plugged the soffits with it. So there was absolutely no venting. So if I was heating the shop in here in the wintertime, which because I'm in Canada and Canada is stupid for weather, I kind of have to heat it. And there was not enough airflow that was going to be getting through. And so you got heat down here that's rising, and it's going to go all the way through the insulation because there was no vapor barrier at all, and then right through the sheeting, and it would start melting stuff on top of the roof, and then eventually something like that is going to cause an ice dam, and so that's what I didn't want. So I had to pull all that insulation down, and I put in 22 rafter vents. I got 11 on either side because my trusses are on 24-inch centers. And so I got all the rafter venting in, and then I dropped all the insulation down to the cross ties. And then I have put a poly barrier, vapor barrier, along it with some tuck tape to seal up the joints, and then strapped it so that way I can put some an actual finish on it. But that's what that's one of the main reasons why I was out of the YouTube scene for so long. That and the big freaking massive 20 by 12-foot vegetable garden outside, right? Mike, it's Fleetwood. I'll have to check it out. I haven't heard of him. Had to take a poutine break, dude. We don't take poutine breaks. That is a regular staple of a meal. Now, let me ask you a question. Have you, since we talked about it like months ago, have you even tried it yet? Like, just take French fries, put some cheese curds or just mozzarella cheese on top, and then cover it in gravy and eat it, and a little bit of salt and pepper, and you won't have anything better. You can actually throw some like Frank's Red Hot sauce on top too, and it's even better. You want to go beyond that? Mix in some pulled pork with that poutine, and it's 10 times better, especially if it's a sweet pulled pork. Yeah, I hear you, Ryan. It is good to take a break sometimes, and it allowed me to get a lot of stuff done. Not only that, but I'm also still in university, right? So I got about I've been in university for the last 3 years and part time, and so I will be finished that by the end of July, and I'll graduate from that. Thank God. Then it's done, and then I have even more time. So I'm really looking forward to that. Mike, you're lucky that vapor barrier doesn't need to be really a thing much for you. I absolutely hate the shit. It's a pain in the arse to put it up, especially when you're trying to do it yourself. Thankfully, my lovely, amazing wife, because I've been on vacation this week, she came out here, and I don't know how she did it, but she put up with me the entire time that we're at the ceiling putting up vapor barrier, and she's helping me spread it out and hold it in place so I can get my staple gun going. And pretty freaking lucky to have her help me as much as she did. So without her, honestly, probably wouldn't have got it done. Just saying. Mike, is the Scottish weather that bad? I don't know, because I mean, this past winter we hit, I think, at a couple of points we almost hit minus 40 degrees Celsius. I have no idea what that is in Fahrenheit for anyone else that's on that system, but she was pretty cold, and I run a 7,500-watt electric heater in here, and it's just enough to keep the edge off, so that way the glues, the paints, the stains don't freeze. Because I can't bring them inside. My wife would kill me. They'd be everywhere because I have so much of them. Right. So that's why I got to keep the heat going on out here, and I got to keep it above freezing. West Texas, right on the edge of the desert. Wow. That's pretty cool. It's funny enough, my wife was actually recently talking about us moving down to Texas. I'm not gonna lie, I'd probably be cool with it. Um, Texas is like the barbecue and smoking meat smoking state. I would be totally down with that, and I'd probably be fat as hell from all the smoked meat I'd be eating, but it'd still be pretty good. Cheese curds will end up as spoon projectiles. You don't throw those things, man. You got to eat those. Those things are gold. Canada, the G-rated version of America. That's funny. I kind of agree with you, but that's really funny that you said that, man. That's awesome. What the fuck is a kilometer? What is it? A kilometer is what is it? Like 2.2 miles? God damn it. I don't even know what the conversion to that is. Okay, now you got me curious. I'm gonna look that up. Okay, no, sorry. I was completely, totally wrong. It's 0.6 miles. That's a kilometer. It's the Disney version of America, except filled with corruption at the same time on the government level. So let's add that in there. We'll call it, I don't know, Disney with a Netflix twist or something like that. I don't know. Oh, Mike, minus 19 degrees Celsius in the wintertime is but the worst you got. That's not bad. Um, but I completely understand what you're saying about up and down, up and down. Like what was it last week? We hit what do we hit here? We're almost plus 40 degrees Celsius, which was crazy. But at nighttime, it was dropping down to like plus 5 degrees Celsius. So we were having like a 35-degree temperature variance just throughout the day between daytime and nighttime. It is absolutely crazy. Hey, Mike, it's not 2.25 miles. 1 kilometer is 0.621 miles. Measure shit and cheeseburgers per mass shitting. I guess that's one way to do it. Oh, that's funny. So, Mike, you only use what miles and millimeters. So, yeah, and U.S. might be similar to this. I'm not sure, but in Canada, so we well, we don't use miles here because nobody here understands what that is, even though it's marked on the cars. But even though most of us use the imperial system for woodworking, going by inches, eighth, 16th, that sort of stuff. If you look at the building codes that we have here, all the building codes are metric. They're all in millimeters for the different stuff that you have to do. So it's really weird because Canada kind of utilizes both systems, and I have no idea why. I mean, for God's sakes, pick one and stick with it. That's the easiest thing to do. Um, but yeah, it's just it's a little messed up. You only understand freedom units, Mike? Good for you. You guys down in the States celebrate 4th of July or what? Mike, you woke up today and had bad eagle eggs for breakfast and shit. Oh, or bald eagle eggs for breakfast and shit. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so Mike, you're right. Nobody can figure out 2764s. 2764s does not exist on a tape measure. You're going down as far as 16th of an inch. You can get some tape measures that might go down to a 32nd, or you can get some of these detailed ones. I'll show you this one that I have here by Incra, and you can get one of these things. I'll be honest with you, I do really freaking love this thing. And I use a mechanical pencil, so hence what all the holes are for. So it's awesome, but I see absolutely no reason why for something like woodworking, anyways, you need to be that precise. Therefore, I don't actually use this much. I mean, I primarily just use my fast tap tape measure, right? Easiest way to go. Ryan, good stuff, buddy. You only understand fluid ounces of beer. I am the same way. I understand fluid ounces of beer, and apparently, right now, fluid ounces of vodka, also because it's absolutely delicious, and it's nowhere near as heavy as beer right now. So it just tastes good. Mike, you got a bunch of subscribers in the UK, and they want you to speak in inches. All right, cool. Yeah, so machinist is a little bit different because they're really dialed into precision, right? I mean, there's no need to get that precise. Now, certain things like I have done that before. That's where I use my digital caliper for. My table saw as an example. So I've got a rigid table saw. It's the what is it? The R4520, I think it is, and it has been known across the industry for people absolutely hating it because the fence is no good. It doesn't say square, all that sort of stuff. So I replaced the fence with a shop fox. Um, and then I found these things on Etsy, and they were called tabs. And so the trunnion bolts on the back that hold the motor and everything mounted to the underside of the cast iron table. Put these little these little tabs in, and it comes with an Allen key, and you can micro adjust the angle of your blade. And so, according to my digital caliper, anyways, I actually got my table saw square to the miter slot within 1,000th of an inch, which is pretty insane. Do I need that? Absolutely not, because I don't care about that much precision. But it was actually still pretty cool to be able to get it. So now I've got this 4520 that everybody shoots down, but for me, it freaking rocks. It's a 3 horsepower and she's dead square. So works well. Percent, man. That's like the easiest way to go. Woodworking doesn't have to be that precise. You're not going down to 30 seconds and 64ths, right? So that's really no big deal. No beers measured in millimeters. Mike, beers measured in millimeters. If you still got some left in the bottle, man, you gotta get that stuff out. No, we don't do nanometers. I don't even know what a nanometer would be. Anything fit with a hammer. Hell yeah, man. You just need a big enough hammer, right? Like as I was finishing this one before, but you can get some. So big hammers, I call them shit hitters. And like you can get some big ones. Well, rubber mallets. I know. I mean, that's one thing. But you get a nice ball peen hammer, which is good. This is a hammer I got years ago from Stanley, and it's basically like a destroying freaking tool with a claw and everything. It's actually you put it over top of a 2x4 and you can twist it to get the wall straight. But this will wreck absolutely anything. So she'll get her in there. Machinists and millwrights use that type of precision. Yeah, absolutely. They do. They're down in the millimeters, 100%. Turn enough ass behind a smaller hammer. That's cool, dude. I would love to see you do that with this one. This is actually, this is actually a Veritas hammer, and it's a 5 ounce, and it's the tiniest freaking thing ever. But I bought it because they. So if you ever go on Lee Valley Tools website, they do twice a year. They do like a second sale, and this was a hammer that was actually made by them back in the 1980s, and they had a bunch of stock apparently that they found, and so I was like, oh, that's cool, I love it, my son could use that thing, and so I picked this up for like 20 bucks, and it's actually been really handy for some of the fine stuff, like where I'm using a punch and I gotta punch a brad nail in a little bit further just because my nailer is a stupid knockoff from Canadian Tire. um, This comes in handy. I don't know if that's really bad, Mike. You still want to beat the snot out of someone with that? I mean, you probably could, but probably not a good idea. Mike, you made a whole crate without a measuring tool. That's actually pretty cool. So what did you do? Just put the pieces that were going to be the same distance up against each other, cut them all the same, that sort of stuff. I can see how you could do that with a crate. That's crazy. That's cool. Oh, I appreciate you guys all tuning in on Friday night, especially for anybody who's down in the U.S. I would imagine anybody celebrating the 4th of July, you guys probably got some big plans, no? Or you're just chilling at home, having a drink, beer, whatever it is. Oh, Mike, you got 7 weeks of that. I hear you. I mean, I get to go to work. My wife's home, so she's got to deal with it more than me. Um, but I hear you there, man. Mike, shots and shooting the shit. Um, what time are you on, Mike? What'd you say here? A couple hours. So what? 9, 10 o'clock. So if you're on then, I'm only on here for a short bit. But maybe I'll jump into yours too. Oh, Mike, you're home, and she gets to go to work. Oh, Mike, you're home, dude. I the one thing I have to say, I appreciate the hell out of my wife because her being home all the time and looking after the house and looking after the kids is way harder than my job. 100%, hands down. So kudos out to you, Mike. That is not an easy job. All right, she works. My wife works a lot harder than I do. Mike, you're a dick. You're off all summer. I wish I was off all summer, man. I should have gone into the school system. I teach in the schools and everything too. I should have gone into the school system. That way I could. That way I could have 2 months off. That'd be amazing. So that means you're going to be pumping out a lot of stuff. I mean, I know you're still getting your shop set up and whatnot, but you're going to be pumping out a lot of projects, and I'm assuming a lot of videos because I haven't seen a video from you in a while. You got to get some going back up there. Your wife hates you because you're home too much. That's funny, man. That's awesome. Hey Ryan, that's awesome, dude. I saw in your video there. You're in Shaver Lake. That's cool, man. That's awesome. Nothing wrong with that. Chilling Shaver Lake, having some nice beers. Nothing wrong with that. I'm actually so I came out to my shop to just sand these hammers down a little bit, but honestly, I'm kind of sitting here enjoying the fact that I got it fixed up and I can actually get back in here. So I'm actually pretty excited about it. So I've just been kind of sitting in here and chilling a little bit. Mike, who's off? Who's off all the fucking time? That's nice, Mike. That being the plan over the summer. That's awesome, man. I'd be looking forward to that. Oh, she's mad at you for staying home and still getting paid. I gotcha. You know what? Perk of the job, right? I mean, I know why you took the job, but that's definitely a big perk of the job. So that's awesome. I got a couple other people I know that are school teachers, so they're the same way. They love it. But when the school year's on, man, they are go go go. So that's cool. Two conversations, and you knew he was off. What's wide open during the school year? Uh, yeah, Ryan, dude, you work freaking crazy. What do you do? Like you do 6 days a week, anyways. Like you're Monday to Saturday, and then you're off on Sundays, dude. That's freaking rough. I couldn't imagine doing that. Like I work for me, I only work 4 days a week. So I work Monday to Thursday, but I do 10 hours a day. So I do my 40 hours in 4 days. But then I get Friday to Sunday off every single week. And then my vacation weeks, like this one here, um, I'll get an extra day off. Well, at least because we've got a stat holiday this week, paid holiday off, right? But I can't imagine working as much as you do, dude. I mean, I've been there, I've done it. I'm glad I don't have to anymore, but that's a lot, man. Sports works, schedule meetings, security. Gotcha. I hear you, man. Ryan, you want to start building schools? Cool. Why not, man? Oh, Ryan, are you unionized? I'm assuming if you're a foreman, like bridge carpenter foreman, you're probably not unionized. I don't know. At least up here in Canada, anyways, when you're a foreman or you're any management position, you can't be in a union. Dude, if you can go down from 60 to 40 hours a week, do it, man. So I'll tell you one thing. So I got two sets of parents, mom, dad, stepdad, stepmom. And my dad has always said, work as much as you can to save for retirement and all that sort of stuff so you have an easier life later. My mother has always said to me, she said, work enough so that way you can survive but still live to have fun. Um, and that way you don't only get to have fun when you're retired and you can't do as much. So sometimes, man, if you can do the 40 hours a week and then enjoy yourself the rest of the time, that's a better route to go. That's what I took from that. That's kind of the route that I went. So I enjoy myself more now. Like you have job security. If you didn't get fired before you left, then you get to come back tomorrow. That's job security. Oh, that's funny, man. That's funny. Nice. More package deal. That's good. So, Mike, we're actually very similar in Canada. So, somewhat similar anyway. So, typical work hours here are 40 hours a week. As soon as you exceed, I believe it's 44 or 45 hours a week, then you get paid time and a half for whatever you're doing. And then your employer is not allowed to work you more than 60 hours a week without having a written agreement in place. So we're very similar to that. That's one of the things that I do for a living. So I know all about that stuff for here. Mike, the average life expectancy for law enforcement is 55. Dude, that sucks. I mean, at least you increase your lifespan by going for more of a cushy job, so that's good. But 55, really? Jesus, I mean, I know cops here um, that are caught 70s, 80s, well, retired cops, anyways, but 70, 80 years old, right? I know quite a few of them, but we also, for weapons, sometimes use forks and knives from KFC, so maybe that's why. Yeah, man, I hear you. One versus the other. Mike, you don't expect to make the 40? Come on, man. 40's not that far. Yeah, dude. 100%, Ryan. Have your weekends off. I get that. You earn all the money, you give that money away to everybody else, government for taxes, bills, all that sort of stuff. Definitely where you can put yourself first, do that, man. Mike, you're 34. 34. You're not pretty much fucked. You got lots of time, buddy. You got lots of time. That'll come around. Don't worry about that. Lots of time. I guess gone are the days that YouTube actually bans you for smoking on screen or whatnot, because I've done it quite a few times now, and I've never had a problem. I remember when I first started doing the lives with Ryan and Mike, I'd turn around like this and take a puff of a cigarette, thinking that it wasn't allowed, and they were like probably thinking I was snorting lines or something like that. That's funny. Mike, 100%, dude. You can't replace the time with your family. So, me, I'm going through that with my daughter right now. She's 16 years old. She's going into grade 12 next year, and then she graduates high school, and then she goes off to university. So I got about 1 year left with her, and so I'm trying to take advantage of that as much as I can. Putting a boat in the water, going out fishing in the mornings, that sort of stuff. Just trying to take advantage of that. You definitely can't replace that time once they're out of the house and starting their lives. They're out of the house starting their lives, right? Ryan, dude, that'd be awesome if you built another cabin out there, rented out as an Airbnb. I'll come and stay there. I need a vacation. I would totally do that. But yeah, family time, definitely. Family is always number one. Always number one. Yeah, not bad yet, Ryan. I mean, this is only my second live, and I mean, all the lives that you guys have done, you and Mike, and I've jumped in with you and whatnot. They've all been on your channel. You haven't been yet either, with all the shit that's been said on there, uh, which is pretty fucking impressive. That hasn't happened yet. So I think we're good. 16, fixing to go. Your oldest is already enlisted. That's cool. My my daughter's going for she wants to do criminal psychology, but she's thinking about military in order to do that. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. 5 5-year old, 11-year old, 19-year old. Man, that's a span. That's for sure. I got six. Mine are 16 and 11. But kudos to you. I don't know if I mean I'm almost 43. I don't know if I could handle a little one anymore. I mean I probably could because I like playing Legos and all that kind of stuff. I probably could, but who knows? Yeah, Ryan, that's what I was thinking. The 20 minutes with Rich should have done the ticket. I was telling Mike the other day, the funniest thing was when he was having him look up words in the Urban Dictionary and him reading out the definitions of those words. And I was killing myself laughing. And I had to be careful because I was like surrounded by family at that time. So I had to keep the volume low and I didn't have my headphones with me. But that was funny, man. That was awesome. No, no, I bet, Mike. I bet. Ryan, man, those segments are golden. They're so freaking funny, man. That's hilarious. That is one I will not forget him looking all those things up. What's popping with Uncle Moyak? Oh, that's funny. Is he gonna be popping on tomorrow too? Cause if he is, should do the what's popping with Uncle Moyak again. He asked you what that was. That's too funny, Mike. How'd you explain that one? Did you tell him it was like something to do with paving or something? Oh, that's funny. I guess uh, the lesson learned from that one is headphones or something when you're going to be listening to those Saturday Night Lives. Yeah, Rich is a good sport. I've seen him on a lot of the lives. His mother beat you senseless, eh? It was that bad? Oh, that's too funny. That's too funny. Funny that he went in your history and looked for it. That's too funny. Yeah, but Mike, that's the best part about it is him reading it out loud when he has absolutely no idea what it is. It's fucking hilarious. That's awesome. Uh, yeah, Mike, if you laughed, you'd have probably been crucified even more. So that was probably a good call. That was probably a good call. I mean, if it were me and my son looked that up and he asked me that, me and my wife, both of us would have fucking broken out laughing so hard. And then we would have probably told him it's something to do with paving, um, or told him it's in an appropriate term. Because if we said something about paving, God forbid he repeats it at school. So that'd probably be a bad idea. Nix that one. Probably tell him it's not appropriate, but we'd both be laughing. But Ryan, what's Daniel and BW? Is that for turning? So at some point this weekend, I'm going to be turning some spalted maple on my lathe. I'll see if I actually got it mounted on there. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. Let me see if I can turn this thing around enough. But I've got the spalted maple on my lathe already, and I was gonna leave it there, like just for now, so that way it's ready to go. And I was probably gonna do it tomorrow and do a live with it as well. But then I couldn't help myself because I just sharpened my tools and I started getting the chisel in there. But I'm gonna hold off on the rest of it and probably spin it tomorrow, make some nice coasters or something like that. I don't know. I haven't decided completely yet. But Mike Wackenshag had a good idea to make them into some coasters, put logos on them, and just leave them in random restaurants and bars. So I don't go to bars, but I might actually do that with restaurants, just for shits and giggles, and see what happens. Contact info on the back and all that stuff. That'd be pretty cool. See you later, Mike. Thanks for jumping in there, buddy. BW Wood Turnings channel. So I haven't seen his channel, but or maybe I have. I have no idea. I'm gonna look it up here though. Put it in my radar. There it is. Cool. Got it in there so I can go check it out. In Denmark. Nice. Yeah, Mike. So I'm gonna give it a try. I know you were telling me that earlier, but I'm gonna give that a try. I just want to see how it goes. The only thing with the spalted maple is because of all the spalting in it. I don't want to make this into like a bowl or a cup or something like that and hollow it out, because if I hollow it out, then I lose all of the spalting in the wood. I mean, I'll have a little bit of it on the inside, but I kind of like to see it on the surface, especially the spalted stuff. And I've had this for a while, so that's probably what I'm going to do with it. But anyway, so that's kind of my plan. But I'm going to be getting back into it. My son is actually he's been busting my balls about getting the wood lathe going, so that's what I'm going to do. I've only used it like 3 times since I bought it brand new, so I'm going to get that thing going, and I'll probably do a live with this one here maybe tomorrow. Probably not on Sunday because Sunday's fun day. That's Mike's, so I'm not going to counteract that. But we'll see how she goes. I just want to get her going, and I want to take this shop, which currently, Mike, just as an FYI, I could eat off the concrete floor. It is that clean. But I want to get it dirty. So that's my goal. But yeah, she's pretty clean right now. Right now, it looks like nobody's worked in here. Mike, you're going on at 1? You know what? Maybe so you're going on at 1. I'll probably hop into yours. Maybe I will go on after that. Because I don't have to work Monday either, because I'm still on vacation till Tuesday. So yeah, maybe I'll do that. That'll work. Because we're going live tomorrow. What, 3:00? So well, Eastern anyways. Mike, yeah, I know about not being able to see the floor. The last thing I spun on here was a piece of pine, and personally, I absolutely loathe and hate pine. Um, but my son has wanted some stuff real quick, and in the absence of being able to glue anything up in time, I've put some pine on there and done it, and it's been pretty cool. Don't get me wrong, I can get pine down no problem. But I've had that floor covered in shavings like you wouldn't believe. So all I got to figure out is a bit of dust collection for it. Unfortunately, the one thing I do not have in my shop is a dust collector. I've got a rigid shop vac, and that's it. So dust collector is next on my list, and then I want to come up with some sort of hood or whatnot if I can for the lathe. But I'll never capture it all. I just want to capture most. So we'll see how she goes. Who knows? But I got to put her to use. Man, I don't know how you're so lucky. You traded. I can't believe that you traded a bowl for a dust collector. right? And I saw that thing, and that is, I don't know how you did that. I wish I could pull that off. Problem here is whenever somebody lists something like on Marketplace or something like that, when they list it for sale, they list it at the same goddamn price that is going to cost to buy it brand new. So you're better off to buy it brand new. Therefore, there is no point in buying used. That's the problem I have here. So right now, cheapest dust collector I can get is 1.5 horse for about $650. Now it's outside of the budget right now, but that is something that I'm gonna get into, and I want to plumb some 4-inch Big O going around the shop with some 45s to some of these tools, and then I'll just put some blast gates on them so I can operate at one tool at a time, and then we'll kind of see how it goes. Yeah, Mike. Maybe if a sponsor reaches out, sure. I've gotten a lot of sponsor inquiries lately. One of them was for like a 60-watt diode laser, which I already have a laser engraver. I've had a bunch of other ones, like small stuff for AI, and then Hung Dewey reached out again. But I'm cool with taking sponsors, but I'm very selective if I take a sponsor. If somebody reaches out with a dust collector, I'd probably take it, like when or something like that. But outside of that, I'm very hesitant about sponsors just because I don't want all the obligation that comes with it. Dude, Dusty Lumber always has a ton of stuff. So I'm in Ontario, Dusty Lumber. He's out in I believe he's in Alberta. And oh my god, he just built a massive shop not long ago, and it's freaking huge. Like his Festool wall is impressive to say the least. And all the tools that he's got, it's absolutely insane what that guy's got. But man, is he ever good at what he does? Is he ever good at it? So no, Mike, I it's not that I didn't take Hong Dewey. So they reached out about sending me bench dogs, and so I don't have any of the 3/4 inch holes in my workbench here for bench dogs, and I don't intend to put any in. So I didn't have any interest in that, but I did reach back to them and I let them know that if they wanted to send me the clear cut stock guides, I think Mike got those from them too. But if they wanted to send me the clear cut guides for the table saw, then I'd take a set of those. They're basically like a Jessam Tool Company ripoff, is what it looks like, because Jessam is the one who came out with them years ago. So we'll see how that goes, and I might get those. They also wanted to send me the rotor plane too. So it wasn't the KM Tools one though; it was a different one. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, Ryan, your one's a pretty nice one, and that's what, a 1 horse or a 1.5 horse, because that's probably what I would go with, because I'd only run it one tool at a time, right? But I would totally do a Wen. Yeah, I thought you got the clear cut stock guides, Mike. That's what I thought I remembered. So what did Bighorn Tools? What did they hook you up with? I don't even know Bighorn Tools. I gotta look them up. But that's pretty cool if they're hooking you up. No doubt, Mike. The 2 horse is going to be expensive. 2 horses higher voltage, is it not? Yeah, that's pretty good, Ryan. 1,300 CFMs. I just watched your shop tour video again today, and yeah, I saw that in there again. That's pretty cool. So I'd be okay with that dust collector, um, and I'd want to get the what is it? Not cyclone filter. I can't remember what it's called. The HEPA filter on top there. That's what I want to get to, because I had years ago a dust collector with the bag on top, and it was brutal. It was just brutal. Literally everything in their woodworking catalog. Dude, if this is their site, that is a big freaking catalog. That's insane. But that's pretty cool, man. That's awesome if they did that. Mike, you're gonna do a video about the stuff that they sent you, so that way we can see it. Yeah, I got you, Mike. So not the 2 horse. That's cool. So you pick 77 as my witness. Nice. That's awesome, man. That's awesome that they did that, Mike. Hey, Mike, I've been meaning to ask you. Did you ever hear from back from what was it, Laguna? Did you ever hear back from them? Because that'd be pretty sweet too. $4,500 worth of stuff, Mike. That's freaking awesome, man. Your shop is going to be outfitted huge. That's cool, man. Are they all like so Bighorn? Are they all like made in America tools too? They got man, they got tons and tons of stuff. Dust collection, hand tools, measuring. Wow, clamps, all kinds. That's cool. They cold shouldered you. No, those fuckers. That'd be sweet, man. That would be sweet. But you got a nice lathe and everything now, anyways, right? So you're already outfitted pretty good. Now you got big horn in there with all kinds of other stuff. So that's pretty cool, man. That's awesome. Nice. Anyways, guys, so I was just intending to keep this live short, but I'm gonna bounce out of here. I got my daughter that's gonna be home soon, so I'm gonna spend a bit of time with her as well, and kind of go from there. But I'm gonna be in the live tomorrow with Ryan and Mike, so just make sure you stop in and check that out. And yeah, Mike, I hear you. I can't believe they didn't get back to you either, Mike. Like that's ridiculous. That's crazy, man. Anyways, I'm gonna head out of here, guys. You guys have a good night. And I am sure that we will talk tomorrow night. See you on the other live. All right, guys. Sounds good, Mike. Guys, have a good night. Peace.